I hope everyone is doing. I'll just retype our topic in the chat. In the chat. Yeah, so we want to talk about our topic for today. We want to talk about and discuss how we can be able to create effective systems in our workspace. And even for the systems that we already have in place, how can we be able to make those systems better, how we can enhance those systems. Perhaps you've been seeing like a certain way we do things, and you could be having an idea of how we could make it better, or how we could make it more efficient. Perhaps you might want us to automate some of our systems. Yeah, so it would be really great to hear from you guys on this topic. And when it comes to really creating systems in a workplace, we want to talk about especially how we can make systems to be effective, to be able to work and to be able to produce the results that we want, the systems that we've put in place. Yeah, so I would say one of the ways, which is one thing that we always do here at Moracle, is to train people. Yeah, every time when it comes to software, every time a new product is being rolled out, there's what they'll call getting like users to test out the system or the software. Yeah, and in most cases, if it's, let's say, like a software or a system that has to do with people, let's say it's maybe like a national registration system, they'll get the people who are going to be doing the job and train them how to use the system. Yeah, so I think being able to train people in the workplace, this is why all workplaces usually have trainings. Here at Moracle, we have Moracle Accountancy Formula, which is how we serve our clients. You'd say this is one of our systems. And we take time every Thursday to make sure that, we train people so that they can be able to understand. Yeah, so I think, you can't expect that people will automatically understand how to use a system. They have to be able to be trained. When you come to a workplace, this is why, in many workplaces, you'll find that when an employee joins, you'll be given like a 3 months probation. Yeah, so even here at Morocco, you'll be given a 3 months probation. So basically, that's the time when they're giving you leeway to learn, to understand how things are done, to ask questions, to get yourself conversant with the way things are done. And then after, your 3 months, then you can get, a longer contract. Yeah, so I think being able to train people for them to be able to understand how systems work. And then I would say, for me, a second thing would be to be able to evaluate those systems. Yeah, because every time when you have systems, again, I will relate it to software. When you have systems, there could be like loopholes in the system. Yeah, so maybe something is not working, or there's someone who is trying to avoid the system. Yeah, I think it's important to be able to evaluate where are other loopholes in a system. Yeah, so I would say, like, when you're building software, you would, let's say, if you having a field that takes in numbers. Yeah, so when you're testing that software, you would want to put in letters or other characters, to test and see, if I put in other characters, is the system going to accept? Yeah, so if it accepts, that means that there is a loophole in the system. So in the same way, when we have systems at work, if we say that this is the way we do things, let's say, for example, here at Morocco, many times I'll hear more like, testing the accountants and asking them, is this how we do things, because we're trying to see where is the loophole, making sure that if this is a system that has been set, everyone should be able to follow that system. So I think also being able to evaluate is very important. To evaluate the systems that we have in place. So like I mentioned earlier, maybe you could have a system that has been a manual system, a manual system and you've been used to doing things that way, yeah, they could be a faster process. Perhaps it's time for you to automate some of those systems. Yesterday morning was showing me a bag of documents and receipts and of a certain client who had given him so many receipts, and they're still in that era of paper, yeah. And yet, the world has moved to automating a lot of those systems, yeah. So that's a system that that a particular client has, but that when you evaluate that system and maybe look at the pros, the cons, there is a better way to do it. There is a faster way to do it, yeah. So you cannot say, oh, this is how this is our system and this is how things have worked. If you evaluate your processes and realize that, okay, there is a better way to do things, I think it's also important to be able to do that, to see how better we can do things. Because if you're able to do things in a better way, in a faster way, that means that you're able to serve clients in a better way, in a faster way. That means you're able to serve even more clients. So I would say, just imagine if all of our clients were having to bring a paper to us of receipts and all these invoices. Yeah, I think it would limit our reach. Oh, sorry guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, basically I was saying that we do have to evaluate even the systems that we have in place and see how we can be able to make them better, make them faster. Yeah, so anyone else can go ahead and share. I would really like to hear what your thoughts are on this. I'll just retype our topic just first, those of us who came in a bit later. Yeah, anyone can go ahead and share.
Hi everyone. Good morning.
Morning, Secretary.
Morning. Yeah, thank you for this topic. I think it's nowadays it's something really important having a system in your workplace. It's now it's really more important than ever. With the way that world is going, everything is being really fast. The world is changing really fast, so you need to systemize and automate the way that you are doing things, I can say. And for creating a system, I think first of all you have to uh, understand why you want to do it. Someone may want to systemize um, their process because they want to improve their productivity, or they want to reduce errors, or I don't know, they want to enhance collaboration. I mean, you have to understand why you want to create a system for yourself, for your for your organization, and then you can find the best system that works toward your goal. And the other thing I think is to um, um, kind of map out your process, I can say. The process that you are doing things, you have to just identify the workflow in your workplace. And I mean, it includes the tasks that you are doing, and the or file organization, the communication, and time management, and everything. You have to first understand the process, and then you can then understand how this process currently function, and then it can help you to identify the areas that needs to improve, and you can realize what system is going to work best for you. And I think you have to what can I say? I mean, you have to find the technology or the tools that are going to help you during systemizing your process, and they may be I don't know, communication tools. They maybe, I don't know, um, other platforms like, I don't know, a Drive, or I don't know, a task management app, or project management software, anything. You have to invest in that tools and technology. You have to identify what tools and technology you may need, and then you have to use them, I can say. So yes, I think these are some of the key things that you need to consider when you want to systemize what you are doing, because other way, maybe the system that you put in place may not work, and it's the same way that you were without a system. So you have to first identify these things, and then try to find the best system that works for you and your organization. So thank you for this topic. Yeah, that's what I wanted to add.
Thank you so much for sharing today. Thank you. Anyone else can feel free to go ahead, share your thoughts on this topic.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Linda, for this topic. Yeah, so for our like today's topic, to create effective systems in the workplace, I think it's like really important for having effective systems in the workplace for like to increase our productivity, to achieve the organization goals, all those things. So what we can do to like have some effective systems in our workplace, like before like applying or implementing or like creating new systems for like which will help us increase our productivity or to achieve our goals, we need to first identify our needs, like what we are lacking or like what we need to work on. So on those criterias, like if we find like our existing like systems are not working effectively, or like they are not competent enough to go through and carry on our organization in the future as well. So we might need to improve our existing systems, or we might need to create some new systems as well. Like for those systems can be created for like for task delegations, to like workflow management and other things as well. So after identifying any needs and like after defining the goals, like what we want from this like system we have put in the place, what would be our like output, what we want out of this system. After defining all those goals and our needs, we can just like take inputs from the other people in the organization as well, especially from the lower level like ground level people who are working on the like really closely with those systems, because those people know really well like where the organization process are lacking, or like what could be the changes that could be made that would be really effective to like make the systems very effective in the organizations. After taking those all inputs and considering their thoughts, like management can create new systems which will be effective. And after not only like not like it's not only up to this like activity, like up to the step like we just create them and just left them, we need to evaluate them, monitor them as well, like whatever systems we have created, are they working effectively or not? We need to monitor them continuously. Also, if we are creating like new systems, we need to train our employees and our staff as well, so that they can like we might have created like really effective systems, but if we don't train our staff to like how to operate them effectively, so it might not be that effective. And for whatever goal we wanted to like create those systems and achieve those goals, we might not achieve them just because it was not implemented really well. So like not only the plan needs to be really good, it needs to be implemented really well as well. So those both aspects need to be considered really well, and we need to continuously monitor our like progresses. We can set up our goals or like some KPIs to measure, like, are we achieving those goals which we had set in the starting? Are we achieving those goals or not? Like, if we are not achieving those, like, we need to assess our systems, and like we need to reassess all the systems and recreate those systems effectively. So I think, yeah, so like those effective systems will help organization overall to increase their productivity, and those are really important to be have in place. Yeah, that's what I thought about effective systems. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you so much, Ritika. Yeah, thank you for sharing. Anyone else can feel free to go ahead.
Hi, Linda.
Good morning. All.
Morning, Noah. You can go ahead.
Okay, sorry. So our topic today creating effective systems in our workspace. Okay, so for me, I firmly believe that in terms of us incorporating an effective system in our workspace, first of all, we need, as an employees, first of all, we need to understand the objectives and the vision of the company. For us here at Moracle, as we all know, we are striving to provide the best accounting and financial services. So, and our vision is for us to transform the lives of our clients and our staff through the provision of world-class professional service. So you see, so if each and every one of us here within this company, if we understand what's our vision, what's our mission as a company, then I believe that's a foundation, or it's a firm way of us having a very effective system. Because in a nutshell, we all understand that this is our vision of the company, and then even though we might not know everything, but we strive towards the vision of this company. And then another thing again is about the empowerment aspect of things, or I can say the reward and recognition. For us to have an effective system, just like how we start, we have been rewarding, we have employees of the month that we are giving. That's another way also to incorporate an effective system in the workplace, because it shows that, you know what, maybe because Linda is performing, is doing things ordinary, and the employees will be able to see it. The employee will be able to see it, and then they work hard and try to do the things. And in return, they know that after they have served, after they have provided the service, then they are going to have they are going to have the recognition that or they desire. So recognition and reward should be part of an effective system, because it gives the team morale, it gives the team the energy, and it shows that we are ready to work. Another thing again is about an effective system is about continuous learning, just like how we are doing things here. When you come to memory, we have what we call the foundational thing, where you need to do QuickBooks Zero and Sage or Spotlight reporting. It doesn't mean that because it's just like you are doing it. No, you are doing it because it's about you. It's about the continuous learning. Because if you are working remotely and then you're doing things, you're involved, most of the works or the things that you're doing are mainly basically on software, as accounting software, then automatically you need to understand this software. And if you are not learning this software, then in terms of the effectiveness in the workplace, it will not occur, and we will not have effective work, because we all depend on each other. It's a teamwork. Someone should be working on stage 1, right? Another person is working on stage 2, stage 3, and 4. So it's like a teamwork. And if there is a lapse in any part, then the other stage, they will feel or they will see that, oh, we are lacking behind. So it's very important. And again, as a team, irrespective, it's about time management. For us to have an effective workspace, it's about time management. Because everyone here, we are all coming or ranging from different continents. but because of the time, maybe if I ask Krishna what's the time in India, he would tell me that, oh, you know what, it's like 9 p.m. at night. But he's trying to come and look at the work that's currently going on here. Whilst I'm in Sierra Leone, my time here is 8:24. In UK now, it's 9:24. So you see, we all have our different time range. So, but we need to work according to the time set by the company. So by so doing, we'll have an effective workspace. So for me, these are my own take on this topic. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Noah. Thank you for sharing. Yes, Kelvin, you can go ahead and share.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Linda, for that great topic that you brought up this morning. Thank you, everyone, for every contribution that you've brought in towards this. It's a very interesting topic here, and I cannot be left out without making my contribution. There's something that has really, I've pointed out in the discussion, one from Ritika and also Noah talked about, that is evaluation and teamwork. So mine, I want to just dive into teamwork. So here at Moracle, we are working as a team. Now, for us to have an effective system in our workspace, this is what I want to say, that in this system, we have the users and the users are us. So we need to develop a culture that we give feedback in the system, or we give feedback from the activities that we have done, because you find that the whole system, the whole Moracle system is, it's a composition of different activities here and there. So now, if I'm given a task to handle, I need to focus, I need to put my energy there. And as I do that task, I also need to think of how I can leverage more and more technology so that I can be able to do that task within a very short period of time. And this is something that we need to embrace. We need to do this without the fear of being obsolete in the system. Sometimes you find that we don't give some contribution because of the fear that, hey, I might get obsolete, I'm done away from this system. But this is something that we need to embrace and give our feedback in our operation and say, hey, this is what I was doing. And I think if we are able to leverage technology and automate this process of doing this, I mean, that is going to be great a lot. Another thing that I would want to talk about is that willingness and having the open mind to continuously improve, I mean, that is really going to give a great effective work system. So thank you. That's my 2-cent opinion in that conversation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kelvin. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, we could hear from one more person before we close.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Great system. Great system. Again, we are talking about system. Some people say that system is save yourself. It is kind of a mnemonic for save yourself time, effort, and money. In other words, when you are setting up a system, those three things are very, very important. Time, effort, and money. Is the system that is in place saving me money? In fact, as at Moracle, our clients, our main goal is really to save our clients time, save our clients money, and ourselves and effort of doing that. Once that system is achieving that, then it's just rolling it out, recycling it actually. And now we need, sometimes we, as other speakers have said, you evaluate, you monitor, you evaluate, and if the central thing is that I'm doing this because I'm saving my client money, then the system is working. And how am I doing that? Is the system doing it in terms of saving time? I mean, like you talked about automation. Now, Linda, you talked about how more like came with that bag of receipts. Certainly, with those receipts, it will take ages to really code them. Yet if there's a system of capturing that using automation, then you are saving time. You are also saving money because it will take less time and you will not recharge the client member. So us asking every time ourselves, is what I'm doing saving me effort? Is it saving me money? Is it saving me time? I think that is really central, and I think I agree with that. The guys who came up with that mnemonic. It's not mine, by the way. I just thought I can put it in there, and it is so central at every time what I'm doing. Am I saving time? Am I saving money? Am I saving effort? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, James. That's a good way to actually wrap it up. Yeah, systems have to be able to save us time, save us money, save us effort. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone who has shared. And I'm sure even for the rest of us, we've been picking a thing or two from what has been shared. Yeah, we'll just close our meeting here for today. And I'll just give us just a few reminders about our training session this afternoon at midday. Yeah, so as always, if you know anyone who could benefit from this training, anyone who is trying to grow in the finance profession, they're always welcome to join us in the training. And we also have another training tomorrow at midday. And yeah, you're all invited to be there for that training on the non-accounting side of things. And tomorrow we'll be talking about emails using our Microsoft 365 emails, writing professional emails, email signatures, and everything that has to do with us. Those of us who don't have an email signature, those of us who need to update email signature, if your email signature is not up to standard, yeah, everything that has to do with that we will be discussing tomorrow. And then before we close, we do have someone new joining